bringing the body to a comfortable posture, whether sitting on a chair or on the ground. You can place the hands wherever you like and slightly lift the chin, back fairly straight. You want to be comfortable, but you want to be in a posture or in a position that you feel as if you can hang on to this for quite some time. Meditation is a practice where we first pay attention to the body generally, whether we bring our attention to the breath or notice the fatigueness or stiffness in the body or even the pleasantness within the body. We seem to bring our attention to this first. And then when the mind starts calming down somewhat, or we purposely bring our attention to something else, such as an object other than the breath, and then the thoughts seem to simmer down. And some of the first thoughts that can often simmer down, so to speak, are the thoughts about the body. And so the body is oftentimes the first thing to disintegrate or disappear in our meditation. But oftentimes there's one thing that we hang on to and we try to use in our meditation, and that's the breath. And I invite you to bring your attention to the breath. This is our foundation. So when we notice our attention wandering off, we just simply notice that and then come back to the breath. Because in mindfulness-based practices, such as insight or vipassana meditation, these Buddhist practices, we have a foundation such as the breath, but yet we are taking note. In other words, there is an awareness of what is arising at the moment. And when something arises, I like to say we just tap it with our awareness, take a look at it, and come back to the breath. If we don't do that, we will soon find that the mind is wandering off into areas that we don't want it to wander off to. And so even though we might look like we're meditating, we actually, or technically, will not be meditating. So this meditation is a little different than most of the meditations that you might hear, because this meditation is on desire. But yet, if we bring our desires into our meditation, that desire can be so strong that it can overpower the meditation. And so the invitation here is to understand our desires, know what they are, but know them at a different level. And then cultivate the mind to be ready for our desires to show up in life. And we do this by first making ourselves comfortable, as noted. Just bring your attention to the breath for a few moments. Where is the breath connecting with the body the most? That is your area of concentration for this moment. Notice the coolness of the air or the warmth of the air as it goes out. Find that spot. Is it around the nostrils or the upper lip or someplace within the body, the windpipes? Someplace within the sinuses. Wherever it might be, that is your point of connection. That is your meditation object at this time. A couple of the larger aspects of meditation is the opportunity to let go, and also the opportunity for us to accept. This acceptance and this renunciation, or this letting go, these two things are probably the most important ingredients in a meditation practice. They are actually the most healing because of the reduction of stress and the ability for this to bring us into this presence, this place where we can discover our true nature. When a thought arises, we note it and we come back to the breath. And there has to be a degree of acceptance. Otherwise, we can begin to dwell on this thought. This thought is probably related to the past or the future and is not needed at this time. And so these thoughts of the past or future are exactly what we should be letting go of. But when we think of the things that we desire in life, this becomes a problem. And many people feel as if meditation is a time to think about what we want in life. After all, we deserve it, don't we? What do we want in life? What road do we want to go down? But meditation is a proving ground. It's a time for us to prepare for the arrival of what we actually do desire and what we want. Meditation is not a time for manifesting. It's not necessarily even a time for creating, because it all happens on its own. When we look at what we want out of life, or what we would like to accomplish or have, we first want to have the intention. But we also have to be prepared for it to happen. Imagine that there's two farmers. These two farmers are asking for rain. They're intentionally trying to manifest rain so that their crops can grow. One farmer is sitting daily in meditation, hoping and waiting for it to rain, visualizing it to rain, crossing his fingers, so to speak, that it will soon rain. The other farmer sat in meditation like he does every morning, and he made the decision that he better get prepared for the rain. So after meditation, he went outdoors and started to plow his field, planted the seed. He readied everything for the rain because he knew it was going to come. Astonishingly, one farmer received the rain and the other one didn't. And of course, the farmer that received the rain was the one that was prepared for it, that actually prepared himself and prepared the field, the area for the rain. The other farmer, who was sitting in meditation, hoping that it would rain, didn't really 100% believe it was going to rain. Otherwise, he would have certainly prepared his field as well. he had a lack of faith. He had doubt, which is one of the hindrances to our meditation and happy livelihood. But the other farmer had the desire for the rain, and he had the faith that it would rain, and he received the rain. It's not because he cut his meditation short and worked out in the field, but because he believed. And the same is true in everyday life. And in meditation, again, what we're really trying to do is prepare ourselves to receive what we want out of life. And in that preparation is the acceptance of everything the way it is. And that way we accept the conditions. Perhaps the farmer who didn't receive the rain, there was something in the back of his mind that felt that he is not accepting of the situation. He wasn't accepting that what he was asking for was going to manifest. And so he was not prepared. And so we sit in meditation and we accept, at least for that moment, everything that arises, everything that happened and will happen. And we let go of the idea of how things should be than what they currently are. But it sounds paradoxical that we're asking for something, but we're accepting things just the way they are. But when we ask for something in the universe and put out our intention, we do it with inspiration and belief, and we're paving the way by letting go of anything that is blocking us, whether it's subconscious or conscious, and by accepting everything the way it is to reduce any kind of agitation or anything that might be in the way, again, of manifesting what we really want in life. You'd be totally amazed at how efficient this works for us. We put out the intention. We show ourselves and the universe, if you will, that we can accept anything that is dished out. We let go of the idea that the past or future should be a certain way, letting go of these thoughts, and we sit in this presence. And our previous intention can't help but become manifest. Because we are like a magnet, a beacon for these intentions to come and be fruitful for us. So we bring our attention to the breath. And we sit in meditation. Our attention wanders off into some area. We touch that with our awareness, with acceptance, non-judgmental awareness. And we come back to the breath. We can be very much aware of the intentions of the things that we want in life. But there's no need to dwell on them at this point. Meditation is not a time for fixing or creating something that could happen in the future. It's a time for putting out our intention and then coming into this silent presence, this stillness. After our meditation, we can do whatever it takes to bring us closer to our goal. But in meditation, we are readying ourselves on a subconscious and conscious level to accept and be ready for everything that we desire in life. This is the true magic behind what is called manifestation. And so we can actually desire and get what we want. And one of the greatest tools to benefit and get that for us is the practice of meditation. So bringing your attention to the breath, just notice the inhalation, the exhalation. Notice the gaps on top of the inhalation and the gaps on the bottom of the exhalation, if you will. Try to bring all of your awareness to these two places. If the mind feels as if it really wants to wander off, also bring your attention to the middle of these areas, the middle of the inhalation, the middle of the exhalation. Any kind of visualizations that come forth, touch them with your awareness and come back to your meditation object, these points of interest or the breath itself. And watch what happens. Everything that you actually need in life will come forth for you. Thank you.